Oh man, what a wonderful Friday evening with nothing going on where I do normal human being things. I wonder what's happening on Discord. Oh wow, Seaside messaged me? I wonder what he's talking about. So it turns out TEKKEN isn't exclusive to Lydia? Every single character in the game can do it? Oh shit! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of breaking one character, we're breaking all of them. Welcome to youtube.com/@rainbowneos. Today I've been struck down with news. I don't even know if it's good news or bad news. It's probably bad for the game, but we'll So Seth, also Sesijin, told me that this screwdriver tech is not specific for Lydia, which makes sense, honestly, if you think about it, you know. And in this video, I think I'm gonna explain, I'm not gonna go very deep into Screwdriver 3.0. I'm gonna talk about what other characters can do. And before talking too much, and I know I've bored you so much with talking, let me quickly remind you on what the screwdriver tech is, the OG screwdriver tech that I, Rainbow Neos, have found. I don't know why I specified it. So what happens is, let me show you. We're gonna set Lydia. We're gonna do a little combo, okay? We're gonna go to the wall because this tech works on wall. So at the wall, you saw this. This is the screwdriver tech. So the last part, the 4-4-3-1 into down 1+2, if you've noticed. Now, the idea of the screwdriver tech is on a wall with a combo. I reached wall at the wall, or in a wall splat. In a situation, we do 4-4-3-1 or running 4-4-3-1 in situations where, you know, doing normal 4-4-3-1 wouldn't reach. 4-4-3-1. If this is in a wall splat, this will flip them face down. We want our opponent to flip face down, not face up, so something like down 4-4-4. We don't want something like this. We want something like down 1, which, as you can see, flip opponent Lydia face down, or down 4-4-1. This also flips them face down. Now, the reason why we want them to flip face down is we are getting a guaranteed down 1+2. If they eat this, if they do not tech, we're going to talk about back quick rolls just in a second, but if they just don't do anything, if they cannot do anything actually in the situation where they're face down, we get a guaranteed down 1+2. They cannot interrupt this whatsoever. If our opponent, this is why it's so important. Let's recovery kick. If we want to do this while our opponent is feet towards us, so heads up, if you want to replicate this, you can see, oh my bad, oh oops. If we want to replicate this, as you can see, when I do the down 1+2, Lydia can interrupt my screwdriver tech with a toe kick. This can also work with spring kicks as well. So spring kicks and toe kicks beat this. That's why flipping face down is so important. We want to flip them face down so they cannot do the spring kick or the toe kick. Okay, so that's the basic idea of the screwdriver tech. We want to, at the wall, we want to flip them face down so we get a guaranteed okay. If they back quick roll, let's get into that situation now. If they back quick roll, we can actually continue the okay. They back quick roll, it opens into a new situation. This down 1+2 is guaranteed unless they duck. So back quick roll and then duck. That's what you need to do. So if I set this Lydia to block all, for example, she's gonna back quick roll and then immediately duck to block our down 1+2. But if they don't do that, this mix-up is guaranteed down 1+2. Okay. Let's say our opponent wants to crouch block, so they know that I'm doing a down 1+2, so they want to block. What you can do to mix this up is down 1, or sorry, back 1. So basically, this is a mix-up situation that we're forcing. It's either they want to guess our down 1+2, which is +6 on hit and only -13 on block, or they want to guess our mid back 1, which is +2 on block wall splat safe mid heat engager. This is the screwdriver tech so far that we know. We apply Oki with the face down situation with either a strong low or a really good wall splat mid. However, this can also work for other characters. This is where things get spicy. I'm gonna show you Kazuya's down forward 1-2 does the same thing as Lidia's forward 4-3-1. We flip them face down. Let's turn off back quick roll. You can see that Lidia's flipped face down, right? When I do down forward 1-2, you can see Lidia is flipped face down. We can apply the same pressure we talked about in Lidia, take all that knowledge, paste it to Kazuya. So what we can do in this situation, we want to, let's say tornado, boom, boom, and then QCF 1+2, which resets the situation. So I want to go for this again. So let's say we do a wall splat, okay? And then when I do this, and Lidia wants to stay on the ground, a really nice move would be steel pedal. So like this, boom, steel pedal, hits them on the ground. That's also safe. So when I do this, boom, boom, steel pedal. Oh, okay, she didn't block. That's awesome. So steel pedal, bop, bop, and steel pedal is -9 on block. So a safe mid. It's not really, a +2 like back one, Lydia's back one, but it also hits grounded. So that could be a nice option, right? So I've basically told you that QCF 1+2 is a good option. I don't actually know if I told you. I told you in my head, but even if I didn't, I told you now that when I do the wall splat, quarter circle forward, not quarter circle, CD 1+2. I think I've been saying quarter circle forward this entire video. I apologize. CD crouch dash 1+2, which is +5 on block. So when I show you, we're gonna set this to stand block, +5 on block. It's a little bit slow compared to Lydia's back one, but it's +5 on block, and it builds up crazy momentum. You have no idea. This move, of course, wall splats, so you can go for this and then do this again and then wall splat and then make your opponent guess again, which is a loop. This is a loop. If they eat the wall splat, they have to keep guessing your either mid, or if your opponent doesn't want to duck for at all, you can always go for a hell sweep, which is a wall splat on hit. But this has to be a really weird angle. If you're very close, it doesn't really work. Oh god. Low, do, and then do this, and then it resets the situation. And another move I told you is forward 4 with Kazuya's mid option. It's -9 on block. It's not like CD 1+2 where it's +5 on block. But this thing is -9, so it's completely safe. But this hits grounded as well, so it could cover for your opponents that doesn't want to back quick roll. So something like this, where you wall splat, do this, and if they don't want to back quick roll, just steel pedal, flip them over, and then apply pressure all over. Just keep on applying pressure. You can always use moves like forward 2. It's a forward 2. Forward 2. Who doesn't know forward 2? Forward 2, -9 on block heat engager. Yeah, you can always use this move. It wall splats. It's kind of weird. This move's kind of weird. It wall splats as a heat engager, but it doesn't really wall splat when in heat because he does this sick ass animation. But if you cancel it, if you hold it back, that's when you don't get the actual animation, the cool damage. So you can do this. Now you have to hold back to cancel this cool laser in order to wall splat. Now there's one more spike move that I want to talk about, which is very interesting, and that is down back 2. Now what's funny about, well, not funny, but what's interesting about this move, down back 2, is it puts me on crouch, as you can see. So we can do the same mix-ups as down forward 1-2, which is the forward 2, forward 4. It could be CD 1+2. We can apply the same pressure, but including that, we can also apply crouch pressure. And something really nice from crouch is Gates of Hell. I want to talk about this move because I think it's really interesting. Even though it's a throw, and yes, your opponent can break it, but this move is just a guarantee 40 damage. So when you wall splat, you just bop, bop, and then this, and then when they back quick roll, they can catch this. Now, of course, my opponent didn't back quick low because I forgot to set him. We do this, and then throw. Check your opponent's throw breaks, and keep in mind that we're in a very serious position where we're applying so much pressure that it gets harder for your opponent to guess what you're gonna do. And reacting to this throw may be harder, thinking of opponents, thinking of their minds where they're kind of pressured, they don't know what to do. So it could be a nice check if they break throws in that situation. But from crouch, we can also apply stuff like wirizing 3, which is a wall splat. So something like this, we just do this, boom, wirizing 3, and then we reset the situation, and then let's say we do forward foot 2, same thing. So I'm gonna show you a cool combo that I've posted on Sesagen's Discord channel. It's not really something optimal. I'm not really saying that this is optimal. Your opponent has to guess twice there in that combo, but we can totally see the potential of this flip face down into OP setup. I'm gonna show you the clip right now, and then I'm gonna talk about a different character in my mind. Now, it's time to talk about the second character in this video, and that's the character that breaks this entire game, that's the character that breaks tier lists, and that's a character we all know, love, and hate. It's the Russian man. Funny enough, Dragunov gets extremely strong with the stuff I'm going to show you, but first of all, let's talk about which moves do the face down spike. To start things off, I like to talk about two moves at the same time, because they are very similar, and those moves are forward foot 2 and running 2. Running 2, if you do this on the wall, it can lead to a spike, and it also builds up crazy momentum, as you can see. And the reason why I'm talking about forward foot 2 right now is if you mess up your running 2 input, let's say, and maybe you did the first forward of the running 2 just a little bit early, instead of a running 2 you would get a forward foot 2. So even if you mess up your input, Dragunov will still do the downward spike and you can continue your pressure. The third move I like to talk about, which I think will be mostly used, it is 1-3-2. The reason why I'm saying this will be used is because this is the one that does most damage out of all these options. Now, the last move that I want to talk about is the greatest move in this game by far, and it's this stupid move. You'll probably have PTSD over this, and it comes again. You can use this move to do the downward spike as well. It does the same damage as a non-blue spark running 2. So if you get the blue spark running 2, this should do more damage than a quarter circle forward 4. And now let's get to how to pressure. And you'll be shocked, you'll be extremely shocked on which move I choose to pressure with the Russian man. Yeah, it's Snake 4. This move is incredibly stupid that instead of using this move 5 million times, you're gonna use this move 6 million times now. How to do this is we just do this, Sneak 4, Sneak 4, Sneak 4, Sneak 4, Sneak 4. So yeah, what I mean by that is Sneak 4 or quarter circle forward 4 covers everything over here. Because our opponent face down like this over here, as you can see, but because our opponent is flip face down, in terms of wake up options, these wake up kicks, recovery kicks, spring kick, these are irrelevant. So the logical option is to side roll or stand up or wake up backwards, and Sneak 4 covers everything. So as you can see, Lidia tries to side roll, we catch her. We don't really catch her, we really don't allow her to side roll at all. And something like stand up doesn't work. Even if I set Lidia to block all, she cannot do anything. In terms of ground technique, your only option is to back quick roll in this situation. And as you can see, this move is +7 on block, and your opponent cannot really do anything. Let me show you that even if they jab, they cannot interrupt this. Also, I want you guys to know that this guy has a fully functioning throw game if you decide to back quick roll. So here's a 1 throw, here's a 2 throw, and here is a 1+2 throw. So now if you guys are curious, I'd like to show you this on a combo. I would like to also show you what other characters may do. I've gathered these clips from Seaside Discord channel, so thank you to these guys for allowing me to use their clips, and let's have a look. So we're getting close to the end of the video, and in these last couple of minutes I want to discuss about pro side of the things. There's nothing really something to learn after this, so you guys can leave if you want. So in terms of pro player side, this may really affect the game. It may affect the character balance tier list as well. it can really buff characters that weren't really strong, or it can make buffed characters or like good characters even stronger. I don't think this will be fixed, even if this gets noticed by professional players and larger content creators, maybe that can spread the awareness just a little bit more. Because right here, I'm trying to spread awareness on this thing, and it could be just a problem for the game. This can create so much pressure that I know this game was supposed to be aggressiveness over aggressiveness, but we're in a situation where, let's go over Dragunov as an example. You cannot do anything to stop, let's say, running 2 into running 4, okay, or sneak 4. You cannot stop this situation where you're flipped face down, and no matter what you do, Dragunov hits you with a sneak 4. Whether you back quick roll or not, the best option you can do is know what's going on and try to back quick roll and interrupt. But other than that, if you cannot back quick roll and interrupt, you're either gonna get hit with the sneak 4 or you're gonna block it with the back quick roll. And this doesn't really create a good situation for the game. There is an option that's been selected, and there's no way that you can counterplay. This is not really something good for a game, especially a fighting game, where you have to select an option and your opponent has to select a counter option, and you have to select an option, and etc, etc. It has to be an interactive gameplay. But in a situation where you cannot do literally anything, it's not really a good idea. It's not really a good thing to have this. We're gonna see if pro players are gonna notice this in a month, and we're gonna see if they're gonna do this stuff in tournaments. And if they do, it can really put up a one-sided fight, if that makes sense. I'm talking about Dragunov all over again, but we know that he's a problem, right? Sneak 4 has been a problem ever since the dawn of time, and it still is a problem. If pro players can notice this, we can expect some really messed up TWT finals. And like I said, I don't think they will fix this in a month, maybe, just maybe, but I don't think this will be fixed. I just think that we're gonna see a screwdriver tech setup on TWT finals, and it's just gonna destroy the whole tournament, probably. It doesn't have to be Dragunov specific, of course. I'm not really familiar with Fang and Claudio or Nina, but we can expect that these characters can also do the screwdriver tech setup, and we can see how this affects the gameplay of Tekken. If it's something crazy, maybe this will be addressed. But if they do not go for it, maybe either they don't know, but if they know, maybe they don't think it's good for any reason. I don't really know why they wouldn't use it. If you look at the damage outcome, if you do the screwdriver tech, it only affects like 10 to 15 damage. 10 to 15 damage on a combo, and after the screwdriver tech, you can still apply pressure to your opponent. With Kazuya, I showed you can do forward foot 2, forward foot 4, CD1 plus 2, or you can throw your opponent, hell sweep. There are many options that you can choose. You're still applying pressure to your opponent, and most likely you'll be on heat. So when you're at the wall, most likely players will pop their heat, and then they're going to go into pressure, and then they're going to go into pressure, and the more attacks they throw out, the more chip damage they do. So it also affects the chip damage side as well. So we can also calculate the chip damage side to the combo, so you can notice that it's not much of a difference when we look at the non-chip damage and the with the chip damage combo. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about so far. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to Sesagen's Discord for helping me out on this one. Maybe we can expect something on TWD, but we're gonna have to see. We have a month or so as I'm recording this video. We're gonna have to see what lies ahead of us. Maybe this will be a game-breaking setup. And yeah, sorry for making this a short video. I say short, but I mean not very detailed. I tried to make I tried to make this as detailed as possible for you guys, and also upload this as quick as possible for you guys, so you can know what's going on. And hopefully this can spread just a little bit of awareness on the screwdriver tech, and I shall call it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and goodbye.